Some streets have a personality. Apricot Street sure does. Every Thursday after 5 o'clock, Apricot Street comes alive. Flower shop, rolling tables outside, street cafe, serving pie. The tailor waits from his doorway like he's running for office again. And somewhere a trumpet starts warming up before the evening settles in. You can feel it before you see it. The city changes gears. The daylight starts to lean, and everything gets painted in a softer kind of dream. There's an apricot street swing in the way the whole block moves. A little rhythm in the sidewalk, a little soul in every shoe. Man, Apricot Street swing makes you wanna stay a while. Makes strangers stop talking, and old hearts start smiling. I stopped for coffee at a corner cafe, though I wasn't thirsty at all. Truth is, there was a lady by the window, reading something thick and thoughtful. She looked up and caught me looking. I pointed at the empty chair. She laughed and said, "Only if you're buying dessert." Well, that sounded fair. Seen. She said her favorite trips were accidental. I said, "Now you're speaking my language." The moon climbed over the rooftops. The band down the street found its groove, and somehow neither one of us had any interest in leaving soon. There's an apricot street swing in the air tonight. A little magic in the storefront and the city lights. Apricot street swing still playing in my head. Oh, like a melody that follows you long after the music ends. An apricot street swing and maybe something more. Guess that's what Thursdays were invented for. Next Thursday, yeah, I think I'll be there. Blue sky finally showed up right on time. Found $20 in an old brown jacket, folded up tight from another year. Couldn't remember what I meant to buy with it, so I bought myself a cold beer. Sat outside a ballpark fence on Jackson, listening to the crowd through the summer air. Didn't have a ticket, didn't really need one. The whole day's magic was already there. Ain't every treasure made of silver and gold. Sometimes it's a story you forgot you told. I got a little summer in my back pocket, a little sunshine I forgot was there, a few good laughs still rolling around like they never left the air. I got a little summer in my back pocket, and that's more than enough for me. No big plans, no fancy dreams, just a good day, feeling free. Past a barber shop with the door wide open, old soul music floating down the block. Three men arguing baseball statistics like the world depended on the talk. I joined in for a minute, maybe 20. Nobody seemed to mind my extra view. By the time we solved nothing at all, we were laughing like old friends do. Funny thing about happiness, it travels light. Evening settled on the neighborhood slowly. Kids rode bicycles under amber lights. Somebody grilling out on a corner patio, somebody dancing on a second floor fire escape tonight. The world kept spinning, nice and easy, no hurry written anywhere I could see. And for a moment every little thing around me seemed exactly where it ought to be. I got a little summer in my back pocket, a little rhythm still under my shoes, a few more roads, a few more songs, and absolutely nothing to lose. I got a little summer in my back pocket, still carrying in mile after mile. A little older, a little wiser, and still wearing this smile. That's enough for today, and maybe tomorrow too. City's finally settling down, about time. Across the alley from my apartment window, there's a fire escape painted black. Every summer evening around 9:30, somebody drags an old chair out back. A young woman waters tomato plants, an old man reads yesterday's news. A couple upstairs share a bottle of wine, while somebody quietly plays the blues. attention just because they want to. The city never really sleeps. It just changes rhythm when the daylight leaves. Under that fire escape moonlight, life slows down just right. No spotlight, no grand design, just ordinary people shining tonight. Under that fire escape moonlight, the whole block feels alive. A little music, a little kindness, keeping the neighborhood bright. The guy on the third floor fixes bicycles for anybody who knocks on his door. Never charges more than a handshake, sometimes nothing at all. Tonight he's teaching a teenager how to patch a tie too. Both of them laughing every few minutes, like the lesson is only half the truth. The other half is showing up. You know, some folks search the world for community. Sometimes it's already living across the alley. The moon climbed high above the rooftops, windows glowing one by one. And for a moment every little apartment looked connected to every other one. Not by wires, not by roads, by something quieter than that. Under that fire escape moonlight, the city wears its heart outside. No rush, no noise, just people enjoying the ride. Under that fire escape moonlight, still finding beauty everywhere. A little older, still discovering how much goodness fills the air. Under that fire escape moonlight, that's where I'll be, watching life and smiling quietly. Same moon, same moon, same block, another good night.
Best $5 ticket in town.
Every now and then I ride the ferry, even when I don't need to cross the bay. I just like the sound of the engines humming and watching the city drift away. Tourists taking pictures of the skyline, office workers staring at their shoes, a street musician carrying a trumpet case, and a fisherman reading yesterday's news. Everybody headed somewhere different, yet together. The water keeps moving, the girls glide free, and somehow the whole world feels lighter to me.
little salt there, a little sunshine, and the whole wide day to ride. Harbor Ferry number 3, taking the scenic route again. Not because I have to, just because I can. A little boy pointed at a cargo ship like he discovered something new. His grandfather smiled and started explaining things he'd probably explained before too. The boy listened like it was magic. The old man talked like it was treasure. And for a moment both of them looked richer than people measuring life by measures. That's the kind of wealth I understand.
Sun. I thought about all the years behind me and realized I'm still excited by simple things, maybe more than ever. On Harbor Ferry number 3, still floating through my mind, a little slower, a little wiser. It's happening now. Harbor Ferry number 3, one more crossing before I go. Next stop, the other side. No hurry getting there.
Down on Junction Street, they painted over the old graffiti again. Funny thing is, hope keeps showing up there anyway. Mr. Davis opens up the hardware store, same keys jangling every dawn. Miss Rita serves coffee at the corner booth, knows everybody's troubles by name. The barbershop radio plays old soul records, windows open to the morning breeze. Ain't much changed around here lately, but somehow everything feels new. Maybe the world's still spinning too fast, but this little block remembers how to breathe. Junction Street revival, hands up high, heart still strong. We've been knocked down, we've been counted out, still singing our song. Oh, Junction Street revival, sun breaking through the clouds again. Every dream that almost died, finding its feet and rising. Junction Street revival. Hands up high, heart still strong. We've been knocked down, we've been counted out, still singing our song. Junction Street revival, sun breaking through the clouds again. Every dream that almost died, finding its feet and rising. I used to think the good days were somewhere far away. Turns out sometimes they're waiting right where you've been standing all along. Junction Street revival, one more chance, one more round. Every soul still standing here, wearing victory now. Junction Street revival, hear the city waking up alive. Hey, ain't about where you've been, it's about how you survive. Morning sunlight on the storefront glass, old soul music in the distance, people waving from across the street, and another beautiful day starting right on time. All right now, Thursday night, you know where to find me. Lane number 7, same old team, same crack joke, same bowling dreams. Jimmy talks big, but his back ain't great. Still swears he can throw like 1978. Martha runs a scoreboard like a queen, best trash talker this town has ever seen. The kid at the snack bar knows our names, and somehow every week feels the same in all the best ways. The years keep moving, that's alright. We keep showing up every Thursday night at the Midnight Bowling League. We're still rolling strong, a little slower maybe, but we still belong. Got a pocket full of laughter, got a heart full of soul. At the Midnight Bowling League, we're still chasing strikes and rock and roll. Somebody dropped $1 in the jukebox. Old soul record filled the room. A few folks started dancing by the counter, like they forgot tomorrow was coming soon. I watched my buddy Earl spin around with a grin 20 miles wide. For a second he looked 25 again, and honestly, so did I.
But every week beneath those bright lane lights, we shake off a little dust from our shoes. And if happiness is hiding somewhere, I think we've got a pretty good clue at the Midnight Bowling League. We're still rolling strong, still making memories, still singing along. Oh, got a pocket full of stories, got a heart that won't quit. At the Midnight Bowling League, we're still finding reasons not to sit. At the Midnight Bowling League, still laughing loud, still standing proud, still part of the crowd. Lane number 7. See you next Thursday.
Yeah. Whole block alive today. Yeah. Queensway Sunday round noon, kids playing ball near Building 3. Old Dominican guy washing his Cadillac, singing Smokey Robinson off key. Lady downstairs frying catfish, smell drifting through the hall. Man, this whole apartment building sounds like somebody's family reunion. Barbershop packed out on the corner, debating who ruined the Knicks. Everybody talking at once, nobody trying too hard to win. Funny how noisy places can make a man feel calm inside. Queensway Sunday, music floating through the heat, screen doors banging, people dancing in the street. Some folks chase big dreams downtown, some just love their little patch of ground. And today, that sounds right to me. Teenagers leaning on Monte Carlos, trying hard to look grown cool. Ice cream truck rolling slow past traffic, playing songs slightly out of tune. Miss Celia on a fire escape, watering plants and curlers still, yelling, boy, turn that Marvin up. Ain't nobody sleeping anyway. Whole neighborhood moving together like one long backbeat groove. Laundry swinging from the windows, keeping rhythm in the summer breeze. Used to think happiness was somewhere else. Different city, different car, different life. Now, give me people who know my name, good weather, and somebody cooking nearby. I'm
I'm doing all right. Queensway Sunday, still shining soft and gold. Soul record spinning through the apartment windows. Some hearts roam, some stay close, some just finally learn what matters most. And today I feel rich enough, yeah, rich enough. Ball bouncing slowly, somebody grilling chicken. Sunday holding on a while.
Station fading in and out. Still sounded better than silence. Radio gravy woman, standing barefoot by the stove, hair wrapped up messy with a dish towel. You stirring gravy slow, like the world had nowhere else to be. Whole apartment smelled like black pepper, fried onions, and bacon grease memories. Tiny radio near the sink, playing old blues through static fuzz. Some preacher cutting into the signal occasionally. Honestly, both sounded tired enough to trust. You said, "Pass me that spoon." I handed you a fork by accident. Strong start.
Radio gravy woman,
Talk low, stay close, let the windows fog up slowly.
radio gravy woman,
Baby, this kitchen healing things quietly. Grease popping loud enough to startle the cat. Rain tapping sideways against the fire escape. You humming off key on purpose just to make me laugh. Work too. Neighbor upstairs dropped something heavy. Somebody arguing outside about football. Microwave blinking 12 like always. Life never fully peaceful. Still, there you were, dancing tiny circles in house slippers while gravy thickened on low heat. That's romance after 60, not fireworks. Timing. I used to chase excitement hard. Now, give me good seasoning, soft music, and somebody reaching for my hand without thinking about it first. That's the rich life.
radio gravy woman,
Warm plates, dim lights, soul songs leaking through static speakers.
radio gravy woman,
Ain't glamorous, still felt holy in that kitchen tonight.
Cats circling near the stove again.
Rain sliding down the fire escape. Gravy bubbling soft into midnight. Sun ain't fully awake yet. Neither was anybody inside the diner. Static prayer pancakes down at Helen's Cafe. Blue neon open sign flickering tight against the rain. Waitress moving slow between booths, like she memorized everybody's heartbreak already. Old radio near the pie case, playing gospel through thick static fuzz. Could barely hear the words, still felt comforting somehow. Truckers hunched over black coffee, young couple asleep holding hands in booth 6. Man near the window reading foreclosure papers, with syrup drying on his fingertips. Whole room smelled like butter, wet denim, and second chances arriving late. Easy now, even hard mornings soften eventually. Helen slid extra bacon onto my plate without charging for it. That kind of kindness keep people alive longer. Outside, rain tapping on pickup hoods, church bells rolling faint across downtown, and pigeons hopping through puddles like tiny businessmen. Meanwhile, Cook humming Sam Cooke while cleaning the grill, coffee steam fog in the front windows, and strangers nodding at each other without needing full conversations. That's peace sometimes, small, quiet, real. I used to pray for big miracles. Now I mostly pray for steady hands, good sleep, and enough softness left in me to stay kind when life get ugly. That's holy enough these days. Easy now, morning light still reaching every booth. Easy now, easy now. Gospel fading through static radio. Easy now. Coffee steam rising into window light. Helen's Cafe glowing warm through the storm. Now don't laugh, but I think it started with hot sauce. Yeah, taco trucks parked side by side, string lights hanging over folding tables, bringing a little magic to the night. I was deciding between chicken and brisket, taking my sweet old time as usual, when a woman in a denim jacket smiled and said, "Trust me, go with the brisket." Well, that settled that. One recommendation, one friendly grin, sometimes that's all it takes for a story to begin. It was a taco truck serenade under a neon sky, talking over paper plates while the evening rolled by. A taco truck serenade, nothing fancy to explain, just two strangers laughing like we'd met somewhere before in another lane. The owner knew everybody's order, like a bartender knows old songs. A little soul music floated from a speaker, and suddenly nobody wanted to go home. We talked about baseball and old movies, favorite diners and places we'd been. Turns out she'd spent half her life collecting postcards she'd never send. I said, "That's the most interesting hobby I've heard all month." You know, life doesn't knock on the front door. It usually sneaks in through the side entrance. The crowd got smaller around 11. The city lights stretched across the tracks. She pointed at the last train leaving and said, "I'm glad we're not on that." I couldn't have agreed more. It was a taco truck serenade, a perfect little surprise, the kind of night that reminds you wonder still arrives. A taco truck serenade and a smile I can't forget. One good conversation, and suddenly the whole world feels sad. A taco truck serenade, still playing in my mind, like the best kind of melody you never meant to find. And yeah, the brisket was excellent.